Following the announcement of the Springboks team for their Rugby Championship clash against Argentina, here are our 5 takeaways from Rassie Erasmus selections. After the apparent madness of the previous All Blacks selection, which actually rather turned out to be a piece of Rassie genius, it is no surprise the head coach has stuck with the majority of the back line that humiliated the All Blacks. There is an injury-enforced alteration in the form of Damien de Allende, who starts due to the absence of Afilio Fassi. As a result, Damien Willems is shifted to fullback to allow de Allende to come in at center alongside Kane Moody. It suggests a side which is beginning to take shape after the Eden Park defeat potentially exposed some of the older players. But according to Erasmus, that is not the case. The Springboks boss understands the need to evolve ahead of the 2027 Rugby World Cup, but he still places plenty of value in his experienced stars, name-checking someone like Jesse Creel, who misses out again after being taken out of the 23 for the New Zealand game. Erasmus insists that the team named is specifically aimed at counteracting their opponents, who will play with pace and be a significant threat in the air. South Africa will no doubt look to move the ball wider, just as they did in Wellington, but they have learned their lessons from the Johannesburg disaster. Getting a settled front 5. While the Springboks boss has played around with the back line, the back row and lock combination, one area which has been consistent, certainly over the past few games, has been the front row. They did experiment at tight head, where Wilco Louw and Neethling Fouché were given opportunities to start in the July series, but Erasmus has settled on Du Toit since the second round of the Rugby Championship. He has joined a front row which includes mainstays Oxench and Malcolm Marx, and that trio has formed a formidable partnership during this competition, dominating every opponent they have faced. Last year, the All Blacks competed well against that box scrum, but it was the South Africans who got the upper hand in the set piece during the recent 2 tests in New Zealand. When you add Eben Etzebeth into the front 5, who will surely be a guaranteed selection for the World Cup, providing his body holds up, they have a very reliable group in the engine room. Perhaps the only question is Etzebeth's partner in the second row, but Juan Norge has stood up superbly in recent weeks, doing an excellent job in the lineout, which has been a surprising weakness recently. With the likes of Lud de Jager and R.G. Snyman also in reserve and able to step up when necessary, the Boks have so many exceptional options at their disposal. Sasha over Magnier. It is perhaps harsh on Magnier Lebak, who was absolutely superb after coming on for Sasha Feinberg-Ngomezulu, but we feel it is the correct call to give the youngster another go in the 10 channel after he was forced off early in Wellington. Lebak has done incredibly well to bounce back from his international disappointments, which has seen him criticized for his place-kicking and game control. In fact, when the Wallabies produced a stunning comeback victory in Johannesburg, aided by the fly half's poor intercept pass, it felt his test days were numbered. Erasmus has kept his faith in the playmaker though, and was rewarded with a fine display in the dominant victory over the All Blacks, but ultimately, it feels as though Feinberg-Ngomezulu is the future of the fly half shirt.